All right. And I did a sound check. So I don't know why it did that. But I did do a sound check. So I'm hoping that people come back. And I just did like a whole mass. What was on y'all? I just did like a whole mass text. And it's not working. Sucks. But nevertheless, we're here. We are here. I think you can hear me now. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Sorry about that. Technology sucks sometimes. It sucks. But I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. And totally got thrown off. I am Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration, and I have, every Thursday, 9 p.m., go live. And that's the one thing that I'm really trying to be consistent for the rest of the year. Every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, go live, right? That is my promise to you because I want to make sure that I am consistent in my efforts to teach you, to bring you information that's going to help you to elevate your life, to get you to the lifestyle that you truly desire. So that is what I'm going to do tonight. So the one thing that we started to talk about in the last two lives, if you have been with me for the last two lives, I thank you. Thank you for being here. And we're going to continue this conversation. I can't say that we're going to have this conversation again, probably one more week, because I do want to make sure that we're like kind of like touching on everything that's going to be touched upon in my ultimate online course. So 4 weeks ago, I saw a poll on LinkedIn, and there was an amazing content creator. She did a poll, and she asked over 6,000 people, or almost 6,000 people, if they felt like they made enough money from their main job. And believe it or not, I want to say, I think it was 11%, only 11% of the people stated that they felt like they made enough money from their job. That's really bad. 11% out of almost 6,000 people, right? We got to kind of think about what does that really translate to. So what I want to talk about today is last week we spoke about using your mobile app. I gave you some tips and tricks of different mobile apps that I have personally used myself to start making additional money. So I want to do the same thing with the services, right? So we all have talents and skills. See, using a mobile app is not necessarily going to mean that you're going to make any, that you're actually using your own talent, your own gift, right? We're just using the ability of being able to get in a car or get on a bike or a moped and make money. But the one thing that I want us to really start thinking about is that many of you have the talent, skills, and abilities already that can help you to start making this extra money that you need. Okay. So if you have a pen and paper, I want you to write that down. That you have talent, skills, and abilities right now that you can use to start making additional money. And when you start having that mindset and you really start putting that into action, things are going to start changing in your life. And I'm going to actually share how I've used one of my talent, skills, and abilities to start to make additional income in my own personal life. Okay. Now, the reason why I want us to get into this mindset, I want you to get into this habit of going after what it is that you truly desire, because I want you to achieve and go after more, right? If you have a 9 to 5 job, most of us take a 9 to 5 job and we already have it in our minds like, I need to make fill in the blank. I need to make this amount of money so I can pay my rent. I can make sure I have groceries, pay my light bills. If you have a car, pay my car note, car insurance, gas, all the other things. But then life does happen. And then you start having these other desires. You start having desires to have a family. You start having a desire to want to travel. You might want to buy a house. You might want to buy multiple houses and multiple homes. And your 9 to 5 job might not be able to do that. The reality is that everyone in a company is not going to make six figures, right? So if you're that person, and even people that make six figures, depending on where they live, depending on their expenses, they still may not make enough money to do all the other things. There's a lot of people out there who are making six figures, well into. I'm not talking about $100,000. I'm talking about maybe $200,000. They may have a lot of debt. They might be taking care of a loved one, and they still don't have the money to go out there and do what they really desire. So this is why we're having this conversation today, because I want you to start to think about, what is one thing that I can do? What is the one gift that I have? What is the one talent that I have that I can start to use to start making me extra money? And if you can't think of anything right now, I want to be able to tell you. Someone's calling me to tell me their live was not working. I know. I noticed that most people don't know how to use uh, YouTube like that. So sorry, I'm trying to send other people that I do know that might be wanting to join, send them the new link. Sorry about this. I try not to be rude on my lives. Make sure y'all hit that like. Hit that like. Make sure I want to know that that you're here with me. I'm not just talking to myself. So I want you to hit that like, please, please, and thank you. I appreciate you. Likes are definitely free to the channel, right? That's how I support my channel and support this endeavor of bringing you this free teaching. So one of the talents that I have a talent of teaching computer software. This is a real talent that I have. I actually have jobs that I have had where I've taught Microsoft Office, Google Suites, QuickBooks. Now, I'll use QuickBooks. QuickBooks is one of the ones that I have taught. I do not currently teach it, so there's no conflict of interest of the examples that I'm going to give you. So I can have a job that's paying me $30 an hour to teach QuickBooks at their institution, right? So some classes are like 3 hours a week. So I'm making 3 hours times $30. You do the math, right? And that's not horrible money, especially if I'm teaching it online, right? So a lot of the things that I do right now, I'm solely online. So if I was faced with a financial struggle, or if I want to be proactive, I want to get ahead of the problem and I want to start saving money, then I can say to myself, okay, there are a lot of people that are not going to college and they still need QuickBooks. They're not going to, because back in the days, at least when I was growing up, we had continuing education. So the people that did not want to go to college, they did not want to enroll in a full semester, they went to a continuing education and they were able to get the same kind of quality of education without going through and paying the high tuition costs. We don't really have that. They still have it, but it's not promoted and it's not marketed the same way that it used to be back in the 90s and early 2000s. So people are still like, I'm looking for this information, but how can I get it? There are a lot of online communities. So like Unity is one. I am not a partner with Unity, but Unity is a place where you can go and you can purchase an online course. It might be a really reputable professor or instructor who's going to teach you QuickBooks. So they may have it all organized perfect, where you have your outlines, you have your learning objectives, you have your textbook, or at least the different PDFs, and then they go through the different videos. They show you how to do things, and then you kind of just move at your own pace. Now, for some people, that does not work, right? Some people do not do well with what we call asynchronous learning. And that's pretty much a self-paced environment where you're just teaching self-paced. So what I started to do was I started to create opportunities and make myself available to work with individuals one-on-one. Okay. So I took this talent that I have of being able to teach QuickBooks, and I made myself available to now teach it one-on-one. Now, some people are like, well, that's a lot more work. It is. But again, if you are struggling, you don't make enough money, the class that you're teaching is only paying you $30 an hour, and you could be teaching one student, you can be teaching 30 students, 3 hours a week for one class. Now, when I started to do this, I was charging anywhere between $30 per hour to $45 an hour. These are real numbers. Okay, $30 to $45 an hour to work with one student. One person that wants to invest in themselves, but they don't want to go to college and they don't want to do the self-paced course. So they're like, I found this girl on the internet. She's advertising that she can help me to learn QuickBooks online, and I'm going to invest some time with her. And how I would normally do it, and I suggest anyone that wants to go this route, is that you want to package it. So you have to put you have to tell them you can't just buy 1 hour. Like no one is going to take, you're not going to, I'm not teaching you, I'm not doing no crash course for 1 hour and give you everything. No. So I would normally say minimum of 2 hours, right? Or minimum of 3 hours, or a minimum of, you fill in the blank. Now, QuickBooks is one of those, we can kind of get through that in maybe 2 sessions. Because QuickBooks Online is really not a hard system. But if you have someone who's not really computer savvy, then you might want to say, recommend maybe 3 or 4 sessions. You don't want to beat people in the head. Be honest, have some integrity. Don't always think about the money aspect of it. You really want to think about, like, I want to help someone. I want to help them to learn something. So you can start to say, okay, you have to book at least 2 hours per session. And if you do on the lower end, $30 per hour, that is now $60 for one student. And I would normally do this like on the weekends in the morning. So I'm not even carving out. I'm not doing 40, I'm not doing 50 hours. I'm not doing any of that. I would normally try to set aside up to 10 to 15 hours a week to work with my clients one-on-one on one particular software. Okay. So that's one way you can do a one-on-one interaction. And the one thing and this is going to be something, I'm going to actually put the link so that if you want to start thinking about it, I'm actually creating an online course. My online course is all about the different ways that you can make extra money. You creating a side hustle. But the unique part about it is especially the section that's gonna go over this, where we're gonna like really dive into taking those skills, talents, and abilities. I'm gonna like give you so much information around your mindset. Because for some of you, I just probably said $30 an hour. You probably have never made $30 an hour. So it can be uncomfortable for you to charge someone $30 an hour. And what I don't want you to get stuck in, I don't want you to get stuck in this mindset of being like, but my job pays me. What you get paid at work and what you're going to do one-on-one with these clients that need your talent, skills, and abilities are going to be totally separate. Do not lump them together. So you can still, I know people that work a minimum wage job and they get paid whatever state they live in, because some states it's not $15 an hour. But when they do their side hustle, they're charging $50 an hour. And that comes with a mindset. That comes with boosting your confidence. That comes with you just knowing, like, I'm worth this because I know I have this skill. I know I'm about that. I know what they're going to walk away with. It's going to be a wealth of knowledge. So do not compare yourself to what your job is paying you. Let that be totally separate. So you have to start to put that number into play and don't lowball yourself. Okay? Because I'm telling you, people out here value information and they value good information. And I know that whatever it is that you're out here teaching, I mean, look, there are people out here doing guitar lessons online and they're charging $50 an hour. Okay. So I want you to start thinking about what you can actually teach. And it could be so many different things. Okay. So that's one thing that you can do, one-on-one tutoring, right? One-on-one tutoring training. It could be with adults, it could be with children. Again, everyone has a different niche. Because believe it or not, there's also, think about, for those of you, your target audience might be children. Don't you know that there are homeschool programs where there are mom and dads all across this globe that are looking for people like you to work with their children, even though they might be vacationing in Colombia, they might live in New York City right near you, they might live across in California. So you have to start thinking about that. We got to start tapping into other mindsets and other, and other communities outside of what we're accustomed to. Get away from only marketing to your YouTube page. Right? Not YouTube, to your Facebook page. Your Facebook page should be a starting point, but that should not be a tell or be all. Thank you, Christina. Thank you for joining. Right? So I want y'all to take that into consideration. So let's continue. So then the next thing that you can do is, so let's step away from QuickBooks, right? So now let me go into Microsoft Word. I teach Microsoft Word, and Microsoft Word is one of those softwares that how I have translated it in different ways. Now, when I'm teaching it in the colleges are just having them to learn the fundamentals, right? These are tabs, these are ribbons, those things, right? So what I said, see how my mind works. Come with me for a minute. I said, we're not going to go that route. If I'm going to work with people one-on-one, or if I'm going to create my own thing, I'm going to niche down. So I actually have available online. So it's somewhere online. I got to find a link. What I have actually done was I have niched down. And so I created a self-paced course to teach college professors, high school students, high school teachers, and college students how to use APA format with using Microsoft Word. So see what I did there? I took APA format, Microsoft Word. A lot of people don't know that you can do all your citations, your bibliography, right in Microsoft Word, right in your document. So I created an entire self-paced online course. It's not even a course. I did a video. I showed them how to do it. I gave them a starting document, and they download it. They can watch the video 100 times. I don't care. They can save as that document 100 times. I don't care. Right? I gave them the fundamentals. Hey, as is, right? So you got to realize it's how you look at it. So I could have definitely did the Microsoft Word, the same thing that I was doing with the Shelley Cashman textbook. If you ever took a Microsoft class in college, you probably either had Shelley Cashman, some kind of Pearson, or Cengage book, right? And we all know what they all teach. They're not really, they're just teaching you the fundamentals. But what I want to teach you, what is it that you need? I've done workshops just showing people how to create a resume using Microsoft Word. That's a $10 workshop per person right there. Right? Because what most people do is they just run off, go into Microsoft, open, they go to templates, and they just start working, right? Because see, those templates do not work with the ATS tracking. So if you are using a Microsoft Word template and you are saying, right, you're saying to yourself, I'm gonna just fill this out, and then you're wondering, well, how come the jobs are they're not calling me back? Well, they're not calling you back because you're using a template, and those templates are breaking the system. So it's done intentionally. So someone like Tanisha, someone like you, can go and teach these people how to do that. So now that online course, well, that online section, I did it one time. Share screen, record, took my time, made sure I explained everything, I outlined everything, and now I'm able to post it up there. And I market it to, like I said, college students, college professors, high school students, high school teachers, right? Those are my 4 markets. And even some parents, because parents, there are parents out there that are looking for resources for their kids. So I can do the one-on-one thing, or I can do that one niche and I can just push it towards that particular audience, and then they can just purchase it. So again, shameless plug, my Trailblazer side hustle course, and I'm actually missing one part. I am offering for the first 50 people, use the code HUSTLE, and you're going to get 75% off. And this is something that you really think is helpful, the link is also in the description. So whatever I'm going over here is just a part of that course. Because if you have ever done anything with me, I go above and beyond. Okay, so if you use the code HUSTLE, you're going to be able to get access to the course as it is, because the official course is going to go live on April 1st. All right, and you're going to get access to the course right now. You're going to get access to the full version once it's finished April 1st. You're going to get access to 2 different ebooks that's going to actually be used. I'm tired of going to these courses and they're like, oh, buy this ebook. And you don't never use that ebook, but you're going to use the ebook in my course, okay? So again, service-based. You can do one-on-one, or you can do some kind of self-paced. And again, don't think that this is all about computer software. This is for everyone. There are countless people out here. One thing I want y'all to do is go on Udemy and let's look at what courses are they teaching on Udemy, right? And Udemy, you probably saying, well, how do I spell that? I'm putting it in the chat. Udaemy. That is Udemy, right? That's a website that has tons of courses. And people are teaching all these kind of courses. Computers, people up there learning how to code. People are over here they're learning computer engineering. But then you also have people who are doing knitting, right? They're showing you how to knit. They're showing you how to dance. Guys, there's so much out there. So you can't limit yourself. Stop if you're telling yourself, well, I can't teach people that. I'm not a teacher. Number one, when I started teaching professionally, where I'm actually getting a paycheck, I did not have any education in teaching, and I had no experience in teaching. So you got to get that out your head too. Because all these people out here on the internet that are making a lot of money, they are not teachers. They're not real educators. They just have a natural born gift. I have a gift that God gave me, this gift. And this is the reason why I come on YouTube. I was on Facebook. I'm on all these platforms and I want to teach you because I want you to get out of your own way. I want you to be able to see I can really change the way that my life is going right now. I don't have to stay in this mess that I'm living in. I can truly go above and beyond, and life can change for the best for me. So that's why I do this. Okay. Now, the third way that we can take our talent, skills, and abilities and we can sell it to make additional money. So like I said, we did the one-on-one, then we have the self-paced. You can create it, you can sell it that way. This way, you ain't got to worry about that. Now, the other way is tied to both of them. You can create some kind of digital product. Now, I have physical books, but I also believe in digital products. I like digital products because really, you don't have to store anything. Like when I first created my first book, Transition to a Healthier You, I remember like having to order, wait for the box to come. I have to keep the boxes here. Like I was heavy on Instagram. I'm up here promoting it and people were buying it and I'm running to the post office. My old job, I remember, was 2 blocks from the post office. On my lunch break, I wasn't having lunch because I'm running to the post office, standing online, shipping out 20, 30 books a week. So if you don't want that hassle and it's less overhead, see a digital product, you can make more money because one, you can set the price for whatever you want to make it. Like I had made one of my books. This was like the beginning of the year. The book that if you get the online course, the Side Hustle Trailblazers course, if you get that, that book is actually a part of this. I took, I created that book and I did a $2 Tuesday, right? $2. Do you know how much money I made from that one $2 Tuesday ebook? It's an ebook, like I want to say maybe 20 pages, 30 pages. I made like 100 something dollars in one day from that one book because I made it for $2. So you can choose what you want it to be. Because believe it or not, there are people out here selling ebooks and it's like 10 pages and they're charging $20. I'm gonna say that again. There are people out here selling ebooks 10 pages for $20. And the reason why they can do that is because 9 times out of 10, they have a level of expertise that people are just going to just like believe. And I'm not even going to tell y'all on this live how much crap that could be on most times. I'm gonna say that for the Trailblazers, because the Trailblazers is gonna get in there. And again, I didn't tell y'all, right? Using that code HUSTLE is going to get you 75% off of a course that is $29. So it's not like $79 off of $99. I already made it very low. So the first 50 people will get this for like I think it came out to like $7.49. Yes. Christina said they're actually selling them for nearly $60. Yes. These are for digital products. Okay, so you have to start thinking, right? What kind of digital products can you make? What kind of digital products can you make? Because the second thing that's going to happen, so those of you that do join, that do sign up for the course, in May, I'm going to be doing a series of webinars. And those who purchase, who purchase the Side Hustle Trailblazers, you're going to get another discount code and you'll get access to those webinars at a lower price from everyone else. But that's going to be live webinars, like not on YouTube. It's going to be a Zoom link, you and I, but what as a group, and we're going to actually go over this because I'm going to help you. We're going to talk about AI, right? How to use artificial intelligence to make our digital products a lot easier. I'm going to give you some other secrets, and we're going to learn how to take those and utilize them to make quicker turnaround times for digital products. Because I have met people that have utilized some of these tips, and like they have a bind. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm in a bind, and they have to go and they start creating a digital product, and they just start putting it out there, and they put $7.99, and they get 1,000 people to buy it. $7.99 for 1,000 people to buy it. You do the math. Like, we have to start thinking this is actually possible. So you have so many ways. So this can work for bakers, right? This could work for hairstylists, for dancers, right? We always can create some kind of ebook, some kind of digital product that people also can buy as well. And even if you were to go out to like different events, right? So I just spoke at an event yesterday. I just made the QR code, right? I went to Staples. I made a QR code, put the QR code to my ebook. And all I did was yesterday I sold over, Transition to a Healthier You. I think I sold 3 copies of that. And then for my healthy lifestyle bundle, I meant to show that right now. Healthy lifestyle bundle, I actually got some orders that people will be able to they'll be actually able to download it and immediately just start using it. And then some people were like, because they were older, they were like, can you print this out? So I had to increase the price because anything print is going to cost more. And they fully understood. They was like, I don't care. Give me, come on. Here's my money. Like, they were throwing the money at me. I went to the restroom, came back. My mom was like, here's a lady. She gave me her number and her information, and here's the money for the book. And I was like, whoa. So when I say to you, and that was from my ebook. So I was strong-armed by my customers. My customers said, I don't want the ebook. So I have to answer to my customers. So guess what I did? I went to my customers, I took their money, and I got the print order. And now they're going to have the print copy. So now this ebook has been converted to a physical copy. Ebook is one price, physical copy is the other price. And people understood it was going to be a different price. And guess what? They gave me their money and they paid for it. And this is all information that I have had for years. The workshop I did yesterday was about healthy eating. Y'all know I've been talking about healthy eating since 2012. So since 2012, Transition to a Healthier You came out what year? 2014. I still make money off of that book. Despite what my physical reality is, Transition to a Healthier You still makes me money. I still get royalties from Amazon every month for that book. Okay. And then I created this healthy lifestyle ebook, and the ebook has made me money. And now the physical copy that I was forced to print is now making me a new pool of money. And when I go back to this church, because they invited me back on April 22nd, you know I'm coming back with something else. Between now and April 22nd, something else is going to be created. And whether I charge $1 for it, right? You can put together different like little recipes. People will pay for your intelligence, right? So when you understand that and you start putting a value on it, you'll be very surprised. And this is how people get paid for paper, and how people get paid for things that they are not able to physically touch, because they was able to start thinking, how can I teach? I mean, how can I do this? How can I, still teach them, because they're not going to want to pay the $30 to work with you one-on-one. But they were like, you know what? I could do the 17, I could do the $7, and I'll go buy a digital book and I could read that. And I always say, anytime you do an ebook, throw a nice little video in there. Give them a little bit of extra. Write that down. Give them a little bit of extra. Okay? Now, always I'm going to give y'all a bonus, because I'm just that kind of person. So the fourth thing that you can definitely do is you can start to make merchandise, right? Everyone can make merchandise, right? If you don't realize, the t-shirt making business is one of the top making businesses right now. Everyone got a t-shirt. Okay. So there are websites like Spring. I think it's Teespring, right? Tee Spring. And Teespring is a place that you can go and you can create your own t-shirt. You can put your own name on a t-shirt and you can sell the t-shirt. You can put whatever your slogan is, whatever your saying is, you can make up something clever, something that you might always say, as long as it's not trademarked. Don't get yourself in some trouble. Don't be like some people that are getting a cease and desist letters from Disney. Okay, so be wise about this, but it's available to you. And the beautiful part about it is that you don't have to. So there's two ways to do a t-shirt business. I'm not telling you to go the other way, to go get the machine and you start pressing things. Look, we're trying to get you some money today, or at least within the next week, with very little overhead. This is the ultimate goal. Everything that's going to be in this course, Side Hustle Trailblazers, everything on this channel, I'm trying to get you to get the first $5, the first $20 with very little money out. I don't want you to have to put any money out if possible. So when you go somewhere like Teespring, I use Teespring. You can go create this design and you can put your price on it. So Teespring is going to tell you it's going to cost you, I want to say maybe like $14 for a t-shirt. So then this is why when you go on certain people, actually look on the bottom of my screen. Here we go. Look at the bottom of the description. You're gonna see my products. You're gonna see my mask. You're gonna see my t-shirts, and I think I now have a mug. And my mug is on the way. I ordered my own mug. Yes, I do. I support myself. Hello. So I created that, People can go and buy. Teespring is going to tell me it's going to cost you at least $14. So you might want to make your price $20, $23, right? $25. There's some people that sell t-shirts for $35. There's some people, I won't say which, there's a whole brand out there. I love this brand. But when I go to their page, their t-shirts cost $60. I normally pay $60 for a hoodie. You telling me $60 for a t-shirt? But everybody's wearing them. So that means that someone out there, they big balling, right? And that's cool. I love that. Because guess what? They have a population of individuals that are going to support them. And you got to have the same mindset. And the reason why I'm really excited to have this conversation, because earlier today, I was, I'm a moderator for MG the Mortgage Guy. And I don't think the live is up anymore, but you can probably go run over there after this live. And he was speaking to his media producer, his production manager, I'm sorry. And I had peeped. So when I first became a part of the team, I had peeped that his production manager had an online course. And I was like, he got an online course? But he's never promoted it. He's never talked about it. I went on his page. You don't really see anything. All you see is the link. So I was just like, so I actually was going to ask him to come on my channel and talk about how he took his skill and talents of creating content as being a videographer and how he made that into a course. I wanted to do this. This was a whole week and a half ago. I'm having this conversation with one of my friends, and this conversation came up today. And so he had this course. The course is done. It's just sitting there. Whether it's making money or not, it's just sitting there. And the one thing that I want us to remember is that when you are ready, you got to stay ready, right? Because you never know when that opportunity is going to just hit. When somebody's just going to come and be like, yo, do you have so-and-so? See, yesterday I was prepared. When I got that phone call 2 weeks ago, I was already prepared. All right, I got to have this. I got to have this. I got to have this. I was prepared that even though this was a volunteer opportunity, I knew I was going to walk out of there with some money. I knew this. And I wasn't being arrogant about it, but I knew that I had product. I had talents and skills that I had converted into something that people are going to want to walk away with. And I potentially might even have a new client. So you have to start realizing how you can just sit and create this stuff. Look, can I tell y'all something? When you get frustrated, you're emotional about something, a lot of times you like to go and binge eat, or you want to go get pissy drunk, or you might want to go smoke something or smoke a cigarette. Can I tell you, channel that energy into creating something. Channel that energy into creating something. If you work with me and you get to that May webinar, you want to know how to, when that energy hit, you want to know how to start and sit and create something. Because that's how y'all got all them journals, okay? The journals that I have on Amazon right now, y'all got them journals because I was going through something. And instead of me being mad, being frustrated, I sat down and I went and I said, okay, let me go ahead and create something. That's how those journals came about. That's how those digital products came about. That's how this online course, because I had this online course in a whole other platform, and that platform was very expensive. And I was just like, I'm going to redo this. I'm going to redo this. And I used some of the AI that I'm going to teach in the webinars in May. I'm going to do all of that so that you can see, like, oh, this is how I can do this. So I can sit and literally, some people, it would take them months. Like the college professors that I work with, it takes them up to 6 months to create one online course. It's going to take me sometimes 2 weeks. And that's just because I overthink things. So you have to realize, like, yo, I can do this. I can make some money. I can, yes, yes, you can. So we have to start thinking this way. You have skills, you have talents, you have abilities that people need, and you can start to create them into a side hustle, and you can start using it. Like I said, 101. You can package it up and as like an online course, as like a little solo. You can niche down, and people are just looking for that one particular thing. You can sell that one particular thing, $5, $10, $20, $100 if you want, right? If you know how to market, you can sell it $100, right? Then you can also make different t-shirts, right? Go ahead on Teespring, make your own t-shirts, and these are things that you don't have to come out of your own pocket to create. You can just literally sit and you can make them. Even the ebook. The ebook, the only thing, well, let me not lie to y'all. So you're gonna need most likely any other things that I said, you're gonna need a computer. It doesn't work that well on phones. All right. If you're gonna meet with your clients, if you're gonna do one-on-one, you're gonna need either Zoom, but let me give y'all alternative. I'm giving y'all a lot of gems, so I hope y'all writing this down. So you can either do Zoom, you could pay for Zoom, or you can partner up with someone and you can use their Zoom account, or you can just use something like Google Meet or Google Chat. I think it's called Google Chat now. You can use that. That's totally free. Most of us have at least one Gmail account. It's a part of your Google Suite, and you can meet your clients there, right? The ebook, believe it or not, you can create it in Google Docs. It does not have to be done in Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word is a paid subscription. So there always are different alternatives. So I want you to start realizing like all the things that you need. And I'm actually adding a chapter in the course that's outlining the different tools that you would need to get started with this. So I just gave you like what, six, five or six? There's more. And some of them are paid and a lot of them are free. Well, some backwards. Some of them are free, a lot of them are paid. But you always have a free version somewhere out there. All right. So I hope that this has helped you. Like I said, you can go to bit.ly/trailblazers. You have to type it exactly as you see it. Trailblazers with an S 101. Use the code to get 75% off. The code is hustled. Share it with a friend. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Okay. This is for the first 50 people. You will have access to everything that I add to the course, everything that will be updated. You will have that. Anyone that does get this course, all the webinars that I'm doing in May, you would get that for 50% off. Okay. And it's going to be live webinars. Live. Means you can ask questions. So it's going to definitely be not 1 hours. We're probably going to go I try not to go longer than 2 hours because sometimes my bandwidth can't go more than 2 hours. But it's going to definitely be at least 2 hours of nothing but content, me sharing my screen, going over it, giving you real examples, even bringing up some of my own numbers because I want you to see how I have used this. From tutoring, I can show you the numbers when the pandemic happened, how I finagled that whole process and how I made money. Okay. So there's a lot of things out there that you can do. And I don't want you to be out here lost. I want you to get proactive. It's time for us to get proactive about our finances. We don't want to keep waiting until something happens. And then we're like, right? People get tired of you borrowing money from them. That's just a reality. And you don't want to keep running up your credit cards just because you have the available credit, right? I'd rather you use your credit cards, but have them so that you have the money so that you can pay it off, so that you're not paying the interest, right? We don't want that for you. At least I don't want that from you. Okay. I want you to have the best of the life that you want, the life that God wants for you. And that's pretty much how I operate. So I thank you for those that did come and you hung out with us. Look at the description. Like I said, for those of you that are just joining in, please make sure you hit that like button. For those that have likes, I say thank you. I appreciate you all for just spending some time with me. We'll be here every Thursday, 9 p.m. Okay. Hey, Wanda, Thursday, 9 p.m. So make sure you put that, hit the notification so you are notified. I'm sorry about the little mishap this earlier. I don't know what happened with the sound, but hopefully those they found the new live. I did post it on Facebook and I also posted on my Instagram. But yeah. So again, if you do want to take advantage of, like I said, the first 50 people to join Side Hustle Trailblazers, use code HUSTLE and you will be able to get 75% off and you will have full access to the code even as I'm putting the final touches. I just kind of want you to get in there, see what you can see, and take advantage. And those individuals would get the 50% off of the webinars that are coming in May that I'm really going to dive into all of this information from using the apps. But we're going to really dive into two parts in May: the service-based side hustles and the passive income. And those actually go hand in hand. But I'm going to show you how to do that and show you how you can really start to make extra money. Stay tuned. I'm hoping to next week have a guest. Right? Hopefully, we can have someone join me and they can tell their story and they can share with you how they have been doing this and how they're making the extra money as well. But as always, I am Tanisha Shanae. Go to tanishashanae.com/connect. Check out my other books, Transition to a Healthier You, the Healthy Lifestyle ebook bundle. Stay tuned. The Healthy Lifestyle ebook bundle is now going to be Healthy Lifestyle book that you'll be able to actually physical purchase and I can put in the mail. A whole bunch of things are happening as every day, every week. You're gonna be like, wait, what else is she working on? I have a lot of things coming down the pipeline. So I am your girl, Tanisha Shanae, Miss Inspiration. Have an amazing night. Enjoy your weekend. For those of you in New York, enjoy the weather because we finally got some spring. Spring finally came. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Christina. You're amazing as well. I love you all. Have a good one. God loves you. Be great.